my gaze, my nerves, and the man behind you right now have in common. Steel. We're gonna be talking about something else that's been stealing. Stealing the spotlight for far, far too long. Oh, and it's steel type. That worked out great. Run the intro.
Hey, I'm Grump. I'm not so Grump.
No, stop. That's not ours. Do we have an intro? Should I get an intro? Should I commission an intro for when I'm yelling about Pokemon? I'm not gonna make any promises yet, but keep an eye on the Patreon. And leave comments if that's a good idea. Anyway, welcome. It's time for yet another, God fucking damn it. You know what? I should have done this for the last video, and I forgot. Let's get to the bottom of this. Steel types. They've had it too good for too long. Welcome to episode 6 of the Justice for Blank Type series. We're getting a new flavor of justice today. I hope you've been enjoying the lollipops, the gummy bears, and the M&Ms. Cause today, it's time for some spicy candy. We're getting spicy, we're getting hot, we're getting angry. We're getting angry at you, Steel type. You've had it too good for too long, and it's about time somebody took you down a peg. Steel type is bullshit. You wanna know how I know it's bullshit? BAM! Look at all of that nonsense. Just look how many things are here. We don't even need to talk about balance yet. We'll get there, but just look at the sheer volume of types that are even here, that even interact with steel type in any way. There's only 2 not present, including steel type. Do you know what they are? They're Spiritomb. Spiritomb is the only thing in the game that doesn't interact with steel type. And any other, is there another ghost dark type? This is some nonsense. This is some nonsense. And this part of it is the most nonsense. We've talked about design philosophies before. The thought that ice is a glass cannon, but it's not fast enough to shoot. The thought that grass is bad. And it's bad in the same ways as the other 2 starter types, but it's not good in the same way as the other 2 starter types, which is bullshit. We've talked about how Fairy ruined what Dragon had going on. Elephant in the room. Steel type is meant to be the wall. The absolute, fuck you, you're not getting through me. And that's fine. That's not a problem. What is a problem is Ghost. Ghost makes this whole list a problem, because I understand why a lot of these things are not very effective against steel. Start with normal type. Hey, I'm a guy. I'm a human. I'm a normal type. I'm not gonna win in a fight with metal. A bullet will shoot me, a sword will cut me. A wall of metal is something that I cannot get through without a tool. Sure. What the fuck am I gonna do against a ghost? What the fuck is a bird gonna do against a ghost? A rock. A bug. Steel, a blade of grass, or a creature made of grass, or my poor little Bulbasaur that just can't stop getting dunked on because his typing sucks. My poor little baby, just having his little nap. He deserves it. He deserves a nap after the world was so mean to him. Psychic, ice, fire, dragon, fairy. Maybe dragon and fairy get a pass, but like, why isn't Ghost the special defense version of Steel type? My point is this. Steel type has too much going on for it to just be this I'm defense niche. And here it's fine. In the type matchups, it's fine. It's okay. Honestly, here's what it is. We've got all but 2 of the types. Get the other 2 types in there. Ghost should be super effective against steel. Poltergeist. Pick shit up and throw it around. This is kind of in line with my item type argument from this video, where Ghost is super effective on items because of the Poltergeist thing. Ghost, super effective into steel. Dark, steel probably resists dark. Similar to the Poltergeist thing from before, get a little psychokinesis thing going. Psychic is super effective against steel, and dark is bad into it. Give Psychic a win where it needs one. As far as offense goes, why is steel bad against itself? I mean, it needs a nerf, so sure, but like, how does that make any sense? Steel makes sense being good into rock, jackhammer. I guess I get it with ice, because like ice picks, sure, seems weird, but okay. Here's the thing. Oh, hi Ben, how you doing? Here's the situation. Hi Michael. Here's the deal. No deal. Shut up, Howie. I understand why fire is good into steel, because it's like the melting thing. But we're gonna do this in tandem. Fire and electricity, first of all, very similar. Second of all, electricity good into metal because it's a conductor. You can conduct electricity and you can also conduct heat. Sure, fire melts steel, good. I also think that maybe we should get ice in there. If we're good at making steel hot, we can also make it really cold. When metal gets really cold, it gets much more brittle and it loses its ductility. Yes, I had to Google that word. No, it's not about ducks. Here's what it means. So when you have a piece of metal, it's sort of easy to bend, and if you get it to bend, it'll like hold that shape. That's what ductility is. It's the ability for metals to bend like that. Softer metals are really good at this, stuff like gold. It's why we make rings out of those like softer metals, because you can bend them, and then it fits, and it's welding. All of these properties are about ductility. It's kind of the big thing about metal. So, things get really cold, that goes away. The big thing about metal doesn't work. Ice is super effective against steel. Another win for ice types where they so desperately need it. If we're okay with steel being this ultra defense thing, then we should be okay with whatever our glass cannon type is being the ultra offense. And then being super frail and brittle, you know, like a snowflake is. We talked about ice type already. Feel free to tack this on, but go watch the ice type video where it all started. That one was the most personal because I gotta defend my little boy here after I throw him around all day. I'm so sorry. All this to whoosh back to, I think ice and steel. I like the steel into ice pick type of thing. Let's do another cycle, another cyclical, I'm good into you's good into me. This. You've made the symbol before, make it again. Can you tell I'm a fan of the like type cycle thing that I don't think we have anywhere? We did this once before. Just play the clip from before. I don't think there are any types currently that are super effective into each other. You've got Dragon, which is super effective against itself, and Ghost, which is the same thing. But I'm trying to think through anything that's like rock beats ground beats rock. Doesn't exist, and I don't think it exists anywhere. Here's your chance to call me stupid. Alright, that's the truth. Whatever's true there, that. But anyway, I'm a big fan of this idea of I'm good into you, good into me, like Ghost and Dragon has with itself, but between two types, a sort of like symbiotic relationship or a rivaling type of thing. What Survivor and Zangoose have going on in lore. What they have in lore, I want to show up in typing more often. And I think Steel type's the perfect place to do that, because it's in need of something more interesting than it's currently got, and it's in need of a nerf. Things need to be better into Steel than they currently are. Or, alternately, we can fuck with the stats. You knew we were talking about stats, we do this every time. So, normally, we're talking about the bottom rung. This is the first time we're talking about the top rung. Steel has the highest individual stat of any individual stat of any type in the entire game. No one's got anything like Steel type has defense. Fun fact, Steel is also the only type to be in the top 10 and the bottom 10. If you exclude ground and rock. Something about the earth is apparently very polarizing. Rocks and ground and metal, it's all very slow. And it's all very durable. And that's all well and good. I'm fine with those being where they are. If we want Steel to be our super titan of defense, I'm okay with that. I think we're doubling up a little too hard, making them the super titan of physical defense, and also in type damage reduction type of thing. Again, I'm not upset with the concept, I just feel like the opposite of that is underrepresented in other places. If we're okay with Steel being super defense, and type defensive, then we have to be okay with other types being super offense and type offensive. Or some mix of the two. No, my problem is with Steel type's attack. It's fourth best. This is strange to me. Because we had Ice type, and they were pretty good on offense. And so they were frail as hell. And their typing sucked. And we had Grass, which was decently defensive, you know, for its lower caliber of type, and it needed to be shackled with all of these weaknesses. So why then is Steel allowed to be ultra defensive and also the fourth best at offense? Granted, it's pretty abysmally bad at special attack. You know, given its caliber, it's still rivaling grass type and better than poison type. Poison You poor baby, I'm so sorry. But, I hear you saying, maybe it's just a pure physical attack type. No, because it's still 4th best at special defense. So it's got both defenses like you wouldn't believe. I gotta stop doing this. And it gets to hit like a damn train. Special attack being low isn't really a nerf, because how many special attacking steel types do you know? That's what I thought. There aren't any. There's not a single one. There's not a single one. Go away. So the stats are fucked, and the type is pretty fucked too. But like in the good way. Fucked for balance, because it's too good. So what is there to do? Maybe the Pokemon themselves suck, you know? Maybe they just don't show up. Maybe they're really good at defense, but they're so bad at other stuff that it rounds out and the base stat totals are actually pretty low. Well, no. You remember last time when we talked about poison, there were the 3, like, here's all the things before the first poison other than Eternatus, here's all the things before the legendary, and here's all the things before the first regular poison type, who, is as upset about this as I am. Well, no. Because you want to know how many steel types show up before that? Steel specifically? Well, there's 6 of them before the first poison type. And do you know how many there are before the first regular poison type? That poor injured Crobat that I keep showing? Do you want to know how many there are? And I'll remind you that poison is the last type to show up. Do you want to know how many steel types there are before the first of the last type? There's 26. Maybe you didn't hear me. I'll say it again. There's 26 steel types. A heap of them are legendary, but a good portion of them aren't. This one's from the future. It's the better of the 2 space-time elephants. Don't at me, partially because it gets to be a steel type, and steel type is stupidly good. And I'm upset about it. So what do we do? What do we do about this? What do we do about the overwhelming heap of metal in this game? That just truly so much, and yet so little. Because that's what I think the problem is. There's actually not a huge amount of steel types in the game. It's the 6th rarest type, in a tie with, you'll never guess, rock and ground. These 3 just can't seem to get away from each other. More on that in either rock type or ground types video. But what do we do? What do we do about steel type? We make a bunch of them. We're going to Kalos. We're going to Kalos real soon with this. First of all, send that guy to jail. Second of all, he's onto something. Now let me finish. He's not onto something with nixing all of public transportation. That's a terrible, terrible plan. Public transportation is great. Taxis are a good option to have. My camera's about to die. God damn. No, this guy's got a bit of the right idea in that I'm going to use my wish for the betterment of the Pokemon Society. I wish for a bunch of new steel types, and I wish for them all to be kinda crummy. Not a design. The designs can be really cool. We're going to Paris. There's metal everywhere. Look at the damn Eiffel Tower. We could do like we've already got, what do we already got? We've got Clink, the Clink line. They've got the gears. Give me like a Nuts and Bolts. Give me like a Nuts Pokemon. And then also a Bolts Pokemon, and have them do some sort of cool evolution fusion-y thing, like with Bug and Clam. These 2, how they do their evolution thing? Something like that, but with Nuts and Bolts, and then make it a whole thing. But we kinda got there with Gimmighoul. That was Gimmighoul.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Paris is the town of fine dining. Give me like a cutlery evolution line. How have we not done a cutlery evolution line when we've done gears and cars? We could do a moped type of thing. We could do a convergent evolution, I think I used the right term there, with Remoraid, and bring back Beta Remoraid. Make him a gun!
Look out, he's got a nose!
Give me Gunfish, make him a steel type. All of these can be steel types that can have varying level of stats. Every steel type does not have to be an absolute beast. Every steel type does not have to be an absolute beast. They've got their gimmick. They don't also need to be monsters. Let steel types just have a good time. every once in a while. That's my call to action for this one. Let the steel types relax. Give them a moment to breathe. And then maybe they'll come out of their shell. They'll open up, they'll let down their defenses. They'll let down their walls. I hope the music has changed at this point to something nice and sweet and calm. The bond between people and Pokemon will grow even stronger. And then the wild areas will be less wild, even at night, and it'll be great, and you'll be rank A, and your wish will be true, and you'll have a great, excellent Steel-type friend. And isn't that what we all want at the end of the day? Is it? I don't know. I kind of swung for the fences with this one. Speaking of letting down walls, check out the Discord. We do fun things in there. If this has gone up, then we're probably getting really close to the first watch party of Season 2 for that Danny thing from last week. You probably know what I'm talking about already. If not, check this video out, and we'll see you in the watch party in the Discord for free. And if you want to see all those watch parties from the previous, check out the Patreon. You could become a patron. I could even say your name, like Sleepless Nights, or Malaic, or any of our other wonderful patrons. That's the word. I know what words are. Shut up. Could this be the time we get another patron to add to the list? We got another one pretty recently. I'm pretty happy about it. There's bloopers in there. There's something from this video. I'm not quite sure what. Filming this has been kind of a mess. Extended cuts, alternate cuts, exclusive videos. My Immortal up now, play a clip. Because I love her! Yeah, there's just a whole bunch to love there. Go check it out. And if you don't want to pay me money, come check out the Discord. We're nice people, talk about fun things. I promise. And from all of us here, Creamtown and I, you get included, go out and make a new friend. Let your walls down a little bit. Ease the burden off of steel types. And have a wonderful day. I swear, the last of these episodes is just going to be every Pokemon in the Dex beating the shit out of me for 20 minutes.